So, what is up, guys? It's like 11 in the morning and already really fucking hot and humid. There's a squirrel who I don't think is very happy that I'm filming. He's moved a couple trees over, but whatever. It's kind of a different video, right? Kind of sentimental, I guess. You may know this cover. Hollywood Undead Swan songs. It's probably backwards because it's front facing camera, or maybe I have the setting turned on where it doesn't do that, right? But I want to actually go through this, right? Because I've never gone through this this book from the CD I got, right? Now this is the album that made me do music, and up until like 3 months ago at most, I had not even listened to the proper CD before, right? I had it for like 3 years since I bought this house. Never listened to it, right? And then I listened to it in the car and I'm like, holy shit, like this quality is crazy. And it had just completely skipped my mind that, like, yeah, CD recording studio quality, even in 2008, is better than 2010 YouTube uploads at 240, 360. That I'd always heard my songs that had got me into music. Right? So, yeah. I realized I've never actually looked through the book either, so I guess we're gonna go through this. First off, I didn't realize how few songs there were actually on this fucking album, right? There's only 14 songs on here, and if you know anything about Hollywood Undead's discography, I'm missing a lot of big ones, so we got Undead, Sell Your Soul, Everywhere I Go, No Other Place, Number 5, Young, Black Dahlia, This Let's Say, Bottle and a Gun, California City, Diary, Pimpin', and Paradise Lost. So immediately, The Loss, Knife Called Lust, Dead in Ditches, Circles. Those are all songs like I expected to be on this, and I believe that there's an extended version of this album that those were on. Now, Dead in Ditches is obvious. That one says faggot way more than the uncut version of Undead does, right? Which is why that one is not included. And the other three are really sad songs. Which, okay. I mean, Black Dahlia and Paradise Lost made it on here. The Diary made it on here. I've Called Lost was pretty bad. Lost was pretty sad. Circles didn't have a lot of movement. Young is on here, right? Yeah, Young is on here. But yeah, so I guess we're just gonna go through this because I've never actually opened up the cover of this, and I assume it's tour dates and shit like that. There might have actually, I think there's actually another piece I left inside the house that had like the upcoming tour dates and like merch stuff. But you know, I had not even listened to this album off of anything but LimeWire and shit like that in its entirety, and I kept it in a broken case that was like taped up or whatever, still with the saran wrap from the fucking factory when I bought this house, right? Because I never purchased the album, but I decided that now it should be the time, right? You know, fucking at that point it was 2018, 2019. So yeah, I just want to kind of go through this real quick. And I guess if you've never seen the inside of this, hey, you know, this shit's always been cool to me. I think it's impractical nowadays, but like, I mean, this shit becomes collector's items, right? The album was like $9 or something on fucking Amazon. It's still being sold. I hope it's still being sold, because I do want to buy like a sealed version for what the album has done for me. Might actually do that after this video because I got some shit on there. But okay. So so it's actually just showing kind of like intros to all the individual people. Deuce, if you know anything about Deuce, he came out after the album dropped and basically said he wrote everyone's lyrics. As the years have progressed on, I believe that a little bit more and more, but not in its entirety. Got J3T. It's pretty cool. They all have like these party scenes next to it too. Sometimes there's like apparently some other shit with them. I don't know. Obviously, they don't wear their masks all the time anymore. J Dog. Okay, so for this one, J Dog's got his fucking. I'm trying to do this one handed because my selfie stand here not working out. He's actually got. I'm trying to do this backwards. He's got like bitches wearing his mask and this shit. I goes hard as fuck. His verse again. If you know anything about the album, his verse was heavily cut in Undead. But they did a 2021 or 2022 remaster of Undead where they uncut his verse, and that shit was fucking great. Charlie scene. I think I like this picture the most, just because the minimalism of it. I'm trying to see what his knuckles say. Jack. Yeah, this one's just got like the least amount of shit going on. Personally, I've been a fan of fucking J13 more in the music style and shit because he always sounded more like the aggressive style that I like. Charlie was always like a lot more funny and shit, which I equally enjoyed. But obviously my music is leaned more toward aggressive, and plus J13 always sounds like he fucking smokes a pack of Marlboro Light thousands. Same. We got Funny Man. Can't leave out Funny Man at Curls. I mean, his mask was always like a funny and like cool one, but like I never understood how he could fucking breathe. I also don't remember. I don't think he has any tattoos. No, he does. He just didn't have them on like his hands and shit that like a lot of the other people did. Alright, and you can't forget fucking the curls either. Again, very minimalist. Like I like shit like this, dude. Like I don't know. Yeah, I believe that's it. Yeah, it is. Okay. So here we have the credits. Okay. I might skim through these a little bit as I keep talking about this, but like, oh, these are not only credits, but also like shout outs, I guess. Danny Loner. Okay, so I'm trying not to like bore you guys or anything. Okay, so A&M Octone. I remember there used to be some. I think it was either with Universal or A&M. One of them are defunct now. But the original like printing of this album put them like $1 million in debt. And then like this album that came after it, where Deuce had just like gone, like left from the band, started off 9 Lives, and then fucking they replaced him with Danny Murillo. Kinda left like the entire band in a different direction. Now I did listen to them a little bit after this album, but I'll be 100% straight with you. This is the only album that I like front to back, and wish that there were more of the songs like I mentioned earlier actually on the album, right? That I still listen to, right? The album that came after this, Been to Hell or whatever, that was not. I was a fan at first of it, but it wasn't the same. Like, you have to listen to it with different ears, okay? Like, you have to listen to it like it's not Hollywood Undead, right? But the thing is, nowadays, that is Hollywood Undead. This isn't Hollywood Undead anymore. Like, this is not, like, there's the clear divide, right? You can think of it like Eminem praying post-recovery, or maybe a couple of his other albums. But really, like, there's like so much fucking shit. I don't know. Like, Deuce had said that he wrote everyone's lyrics, and I don't believe that, because everyone's styles are so like viscerally different. But after doing this for like nearly 12 years or so, I mean, what, this album came out in '08? And also that would mean that when I did my fucking, I uploaded my first beat in 2011, so 13 years. So I'm 25. So, you know, over half my life of doing this. Obviously I'm not going to count like the fucking 7th, 8th grade as doing it professionally. But, you know, I've ghostwritten for a lot of people. And eventually I was just like, why am I ghostwriting for people when I could just like sing it myself? The reason was I wanted to stay behind it, right? And I think that's something that I related with this a lot, was the fact that they had on masks. And if you know my early shit, like probably 2017, 2018, like I'm talking about when I first got like my hand tats and shit, I wore the surgical mask, pre-pandemic shit. You know, Scarlord did the same shit and I was pissed. um, Back when trap metal didn't even have a name, right? It used to be called lo-fi in 2017, right? But got a shout out to Scarlord. He really did popularize the trap metal tag and everything. And, you know, they dropped their masks, became the different thing. Obviously, I don't really wear a mask in my shit, and I don't really ghostwrite that often for people anymore. But like I understand, like Deuce probably had a hand in a lot of things with it. Because I think, of course, this is my fucking opinion. Who fucking knows? Who fucking gives a shit, right? But I've always settled on a different idea, and that's the fact that this album was in production for like, I don't know, they said like 6 years or something. Let's even say 3 years, dude. Like 3 years for like these fucking 14 songs. Yeah, I mean that's like roughly the fucking time that I released my music at, right? Like, and this is again before they're fucking got a label and anything, right? And the complications happened, and I think they released an album like every 2 years or whatever, with a whole new sound, because they became a band, like a band after that. This, they were rap / rock, right? After that, they became just a band, right? Like, and that's what I mean when I say you have to listen to them like with a different ear now. Like, I can't listen to them like I'm listening to a rap group. I have to listen to them like I'm listening to a band. And the fact is, when I was younger and their albums were first coming out, like back to back and all that, but now all of that, I was listening to bands way more than I am now. And I don't listen to bands like hardly like ever anymore. I'll listen to a couple. I don't listen to music that much anymore. I'll listen to a couple tracks for nostalgia back and forth, but that's the same reason I'm listening to Hollow and Dead in the exact same place, right? But you know, without dragging this on for too long, it's almost fucking 14-15 minutes anyway. I just wanted to kind of give some rambling thoughts on some of this shit and share with you guys a little bit of my personal history with an album that I didn't even open up until 2022. You know, fucking over half my life I've used as my primary inspiration for the music that I do. Yet I had not even listened to it until a few months ago, and I fucking cried. I was like, holy shit, like this, I've never heard all of my songs that I was like inspired from in such quality. Like, and that shit I think is still on CD in my car. My car still has a CD player. That's how we roll. Anyway, I think I'll use that to close it up. And we'll just do a quick run through here, right? We got like Deuce, J3T, J-Dog, Charlie Scene, Funny Man, Carlos. All the credits and shit, so that looks like someone died. I'm not gonna assume any of that. But anyway. Looks like it's gonna fucking storm. Hope you guys enjoyed this fucking rambling bullshit. And maybe I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you like this shit, I would do a fucking like listening for the first time, but I already did that on my own time. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this shit, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace, peace.